technique, a little bit of how to fit in keyboards with guitar, not to fight each other, to complement each other, which Richie and myself try to do. And how to build a couple of sounds and how to move your fingers around. Does that sound good? Sounds good. Okay, first of all, let's explain the rig. Okay? How I use everything, my main keyboard is a KX88, which is a MIDI controller. It controls a lot of other slaves. And also I have a DX72, which is another controller. Down here, we have the old CP80 piano to get a good piano sound. Back behind me over here, come on over here, we have a sampling piano, a Prophet 2000 sampler, which to get good string sounds and voices and just to sample some good stuff, and the old Dinosaur, the Memory Moog, which I use as a staple for my sounds. It gets a lot of warmth because it's analog. Over here, we have the slaves. 2 816 racks, which is 8 DX7s down over here. An old Voyetra, which is actually, it has good punchy sounds and good bass sounds, which is the one that you just heard in Pink Flamingos, was a bass sound. And we have the MSB MIDI patcher. Here we have sound reinforcement, my amps and all that gizmos over there. And we have over here my effects units. I don't know if you can see them. They're probably hard to see, but a couple of SPX 90s down over here. And over here we have the Macintosh Apple computer, which I use basically to interface with the Prophet 2000 with the sound designer. And what that does is it puts your samples up on the screen and you can loop it a lot easier. It makes life a little bit easier. Down over here, we have McDonald's, we have a little bit of lunch. We'll take a little break in the meantime. In the middle, we'll have a little bit of Big Macs and some fun. Okay? Now let's begin with some technique. Okay, this part we're gonna discuss a little bit about technique. A very good book that you should go get. You can stop the tape now and run out and get it. It's called Hammond from Shermer's library. I've had this book since I'm 7. One day I'll finish it up. No. This I do every day for about an hour, and it loosens up your hands and it limbers them. I'll show you a couple of warm-up exercises in here. If you open it up to page 21, it starts in book 2. I'll show you one of the exercises to start to get your fingers to move. Basically, it's working on, you want to lift your fingers up an inch from the piano and get your fingers to really go slow and even and just start to loosen them up. And notice how I'm just going very slow and very even and lifting your fingers up as about an inch off of the notes, because that really helps to loosen it up, and the slower you go and the more even, the better it'll be. Because then when you start to build speed, you have evenness.